league chose not to ban the tush push. This was to the surprise of many, including FS1's Nick Wright. Nick Wright said in the past about the tush push, quote, "I said it 6 months ago and I'll say it again. I will eventually be proven right. That tush push play is a blight on the league. It's bad for the sport. It should not be allowed. It would ruin the watchability of the NFL. At the end of the day, pro football is the entertainment business. It's not going to be in the league 5 years from now. It might not even be in the league 6 months from now." Then about a month later, Nick Wright followed up again and said this on his podcast. He said, quote, "As I told you guys a month ago when everyone got mad at me, the reason the NFL will ban this is because the play sucks. It's not exciting. It takes all suspense out. It's an ugly play. That's it." End quote. Other prominent NFL names have also weighed in against the tush push. For example, Washington Commanders star linebacker Frankie Louvu recently said, quote, "I think they should ban it. It's a cheat code play. It's pretty much a scrum in rugby." And former Washington Commanders defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio, who had to face the tush push many times while coaching at Washington, said, quote, "They do run it better than anybody, but I don't think that's a football play. I think it's a nice rugby play, and it's not what we're looking for in football." NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell seemed to echo those thoughts when he said, quote, "A lot of coaches would tell you that's not part of football, right? It may be rugby, but it's not us." But the tush push play also has many supporters around the league, many of whom passionately disagree with banning the play. For example, Super Bowl champion LA Rams coach Sean McVay said, quote, "I heard there was a heated argument. I don't believe in banning something because them and Buffalo do it better than anybody else," end quote. Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell, who is 0-2 versus the Eagles in his head coaching career while giving up a total of 82 points, said in support of the tush push, quote, "I'm like, good for them, man. If you've got something, we got to stop it. So like, to me, leave it in." And these aren't the only head coaches weighing in. Former Philadelphia Eagles head coach and current Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy Reid said, quote, "I understand how it can go both ways. I think it takes certain players to be able to do that. It's not an easy thing for the center. I was close to their center, so I know that's not an easy thing to do. My hat goes off to them for making it as consistent as they are doing it," end quote. And of course, as you would imagine, the Eagles players and coaches and front office are passionately defending the play and think it should not be banned. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni said, quote, "I've seen some of the stuff that it's an automatic play. I almost feel a little insulted because we worked so hard at that play. The amount of things that we've looked into, how to coach that play, the fundamentals. We practice the play because it's not a play that was easy to practice in different ways. We figured out how to practice it. We work really, really hard and our guys are talented at this play. And so it's insulting to say because we're good at it, so it's automatic," end quote. And Eagles star running back Saquon Barkley weighed in on the tush push saying, quote, "If you don't like it, get better at stopping it. It's not like a play that we only could do. Everybody does it. Everybody tries it. We're just super successful at it." And there are also other NFL stars around the league who have voiced support for the play, even if they feel like it's hard to stop. Dallas Cowboys star edge rusher Micah Parsons was quoted in the past regarding the tush push saying, quote, "We just have to deal with it. We have to adjust. We have to prepare to stop it. It's not up to the league to say, hey, just because you can't stop it, we have to take it away. No, we have to get better. We have to get stronger up front and we have to stop it," end quote. And we now know from reports Jason Kelce himself went to the NFL Spring League meeting in Minneapolis to lobby owners on behalf of keeping the tush push. And then we now also have this back and forth between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. You see, the Green Bay Packers were the team that submitted the proposed ban on the tush push. So when the ban was voted down, the Eagles official account tweeted this photo of them using the tush push against the Packers with the text of "push on." And then in response to that, we have Aaron Nagler, who is a Packers fan and co-founder of Cheesehead TV, firing back at the Eagles saying, quote, "The Packers stopped the play pictured, LOL," end quote. And I checked and the back and forth online between Packers fans and Eagles fans seemed to be pretty intense. So the question is, was the league right for not banning the tush push? Would you have banned this play? First, let's look at it from the Eagles' point of view. The Eagles' main argument is this is a play of skill, a play that they are just better at executing than any other team in the league. As head coach Nick Sirianni said, they practice the play and study the play more than any other team. And then you also have to give credit to their offensive line. The Eagles, during the tush-push era, have had one of the most dominant offensive lines. Jason Kelce, who was the tip of the spear on their offensive line, was a 6-time first-team All-Pro. Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, and Lane Johnson are all considered elite for their positions. So the success of the offensive line certainly has something to do with it. But Jalen Hurts also deserves credit. Hurts is one of the strongest athletes in the National Football League. He is famous for being able to squat 600 pounds. Those legs help drive the pile and make the tush push successful. But then if we look at the other side and we look at reasons why people think it should be banned, first, the injury dynamic is a bit unknown, meaning perhaps the league is unsure about the long-term damage that a play like this could have on player safety. Second, and this goes back to what Nick Wright said. Remember, he said, quote, "As I told you guys a month ago, when everyone got mad at me, the reason the NFL will ban this is because the play sucks. It's not exciting. It takes all suspense out. It's an ugly play. That's it." It seems at least some people around the league do agree with Nick Wright and think the play is harming the sport, harming the watchability of the sport, and harming the entertainment value. But is that right? Is this play truly harming the sport? All I can say is my opinion. I think the play should remain and not be banned. I personally think it's unfair to punish the Eagles for something they do better than any other team. But which side do you land on? Do you think the tush push should be banned or not? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more football content.